Shalom and welcome to GPN. Today let's talk about something big, like really big. You've probably heard it before, the church is the bride of Christ. And that's true. It is. But then if you're like me, you open your Bible, flip to Revelation 21:9-10, and suddenly you're like, wait, hold on a second. Here's what it says. Come, I will show you the bride, the wife of the Lamb. And what does John see? The holy city, Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God. Wait, what? A city? Not exactly what we were expecting, right? I mean, I thought the bride was us, the people, the believers, the church. Why is John being shown a city as the bride of Christ? At first glance, it's kind of a theological head-scratcher. But once you sit with it a little, it gets deep. And it gets beautiful. So let's unpack it. First, the bride isn't just a city, it's a people. When John says he sees the holy city, New Jerusalem, he's not just seeing skyscrapers and golden streets. He's seeing a symbol, a breathtaking heavenly picture of the people of God finally made whole, pure, and radiant. This city is described in jaw-dropping beauty. We're talking jewels, golden streets, gates made of pearls. But the real treasure? It's the fact that this is where God dwells with his people forever. And that, right there, is the point. The bride isn't just about location, it's about relationship. It's about the people who are finally home with him. And here's where it gets even better. The bride isn't just the Gentile church. It's not just the New Testament believers. It's all of God's covenant family, Israel and the church together. One body, one people, one bride. Think I'm stretching it? Let's go back. God called Israel his bride first. That's right, his first bride. Long before Paul ever talked about the church, God was already speaking tenderly about his bride in the Old Testament. In Isaiah 54:5, he says, "Your maker is your husband, the Lord Almighty is his name." And in Hosea 2:19, even after Israel had broken his heart over and over, God says, "I will betroth you to me forever." That doesn't sound like a God who's giving up. That sounds like a husband with a broken heart, longing to restore what was lost. That's love. That's covenant. That's relentless pursuit. Now, then enters the church. Fast forward to the New Testament. And now we've got the church, mostly Gentile at first, being described with the same intimacy. Paul says in Ephesians 5:25, "Husbands, love your wives, just as Christ loved the church." Paul paints a picture of Jesus preparing his bride, washing her, purifying her, making her radiant and holy. So now we've got two groups who've been called the bride, Israel under the Old Covenant, the church under the New Covenant. Are we talking about two separate brides, like a spiritual love triangle? Nope, not even close. It's one bride, not two. This is where it all comes together. In Ephesians 2:14-16, Paul drops a truth bomb. "For he himself is our peace, who has made the two groups one." His purpose was to create in himself one new humanity out of the two. There it is, one people, one bride. God didn't toss Israel aside when the church was born. He didn't say, well, that didn't work out, time for plan B. He grafted the Gentiles into the very same promises he made to Abraham, Romans 11. He merged what was once separated. Through Jesus, the dividing wall came crashing down. Okay, so what's with this city imagery? Good question. Why does Revelation describe the bride as a city? Because it's more than just about me and you. It's about the whole redeemed community of God's people, finally brought together, living in perfect unity with him. It's not just that we live in the city. We are the city. And here's the kicker. The details of the city confirm it. 12 gates, named after the 12 tribes of Israel. 12 foundations, named after the 12 apostles. Come on, that's not just architectural flair. Wow, that's a holy blueprint. It's Israel and the church, side by side, forever etched into the foundation of eternity. So who's the bride? We are. You and me, the believers, Jews and Gentiles. The ones God called, the ones Jesus redeemed, the ones the Spirit is preparing. We are loved, we are chosen, we are being made ready. And friend, it's all leading up to the wedding of all weddings, the marriage supper of the Lamb. And spoiler alert, you're on the guest list and the bridal party. But why do so many miss this truth? Maybe because we've been taught to separate Israel and the church like they're from two different stories. But they're not. They're chapters in the same story. A love story that stretches from Eden to eternity. The New Jerusalem isn't just a heavenly zip code. It's a declaration of oneness, a home where God and his people, all his people, are finally together. So next time someone asks, who's the bride of Christ? Smile and say with confidence, it's us, Israel and the church, finally one. And the New Jerusalem? That's not just a city, that's the love story, finished. I hope this answered some questions, but most of all, that it blessed you. If so, please like, share, and subscribe to GPN Grace Prophecy Network. And remember to look up, for our redemption draws near.